In this video, I'm gonna show you the difference between a $2,000 beginner setup to a $20,000 pro setup. So let's get into it. So let's go ahead and start with the $2,000 setup. It's important to know the pros and cons of both of these setups because if you're getting started, you need to know what you need and you need to know what your budget can get you. So this is what you're gonna get for under $2,000. This is a Honda GX 390. It's a 4 gallon per minute direct drive pressure washing machine. It's 4,000 PSI. Basically, it comes with obviously your machine here. You've got your pump, your 4 gallon per minute, 4,000 PSI pump. It's fully serviceable, so we're not talking like the Ryobi residential homeowner kind of pressure washers. This is something that you can fix, rebuild, and service as your business grows. So you got your pump, you've got what's called your unloader, and this basically helps recirculate the water so that you can let off the wand and re-engage it. And then you've got obviously where your pressure hose will connect into here. Along with it, you do have a downstream chemical injector. These are super helpful. We use these in our business all the time. And basically all you would do is connect this here, connect your pressure hose into here, and then this clear hose, you can drop it into any kind of chemical container that you may want to integrate into your pressure washing water to do any kind of soft wash that you may need. So if you want to do a house wash, you can use that downstreamer to apply your sodium hypochlorite or your SH onto the home in a low applicator way. This setup also comes with a 50-foot pressure hose. You'll want to use a 50-foot garden hose with this machine. It's important that you have a lot of really good water flow going to this since it is a water-fed machine. When you see a lot of these bigger professional rigs, they can be set up with buffer tanks and they can pull water. Well, this machine, it doesn't pull water, it needs to be fed water. And so this will hook up straight to the homeowner's water source, which is just their spigot, and will help fuel this machine. So you've got 50-foot pressure hose, you'll want to get a 50-foot garden hose, and then you've obviously got your pressure washing wand here. This is what does all the cleaning. Everything is set up with the quick connect system. And so you've got a spot for your nozzles and you've got a spot for your pressure hose to connect to your wand. This also comes with the manual, and it also comes with all the nozzles you'll need for the different types of cleaning. You've got the black one, which is a soaping nozzle. You've got a red one, which is a 0 degree nozzle. If there's something really high that you need to hit, like a wasp nest or something like that, you can use that red nozzle. And then you've got the white and the yellow, which are really good for, I would use the white for like concrete and maybe the yellow for some wood cleaning. And those are more of the fan spray pressure nozzles. And so you've got a good variety of nozzles here that you can use for a lot of different scenarios. This is a really good setup for a beginner. A lot of people underestimate this package because it's not as flashy or as big as maybe some of the professional things, but it doesn't just come with this. Along with this pressure washing setup, you also get a surface cleaner. This is an 18-inch surface cleaner. It's by General Pump. This is a really good beginner surface cleaner. It's way better than you using the wand to clean back and forth on the driveway or sidewalk, although that might be fun for the first 10 minutes, but your back and your arms are gonna appreciate you going ahead and upgrading to the surface cleaner. It's gonna save you so much time. You'll be able to move through driveways and sidewalks way quicker and charge a lot less because your time's not wrapped up inside that project. So you get the surface cleaner, you get the pressure washer, you get the downstreamer, the wand, the hose, the nozzles, you get all of that. You're also gonna get another tool that's gonna open up a lot of doors for your ability to soft wash a variety of different services, including roofs. And that is going to be the X-Jet. And so inside of this package, you also get the X-Jet. When we first started our business, we really relied on this tool. And this tool is cool because it's very similar to your downstreamer, only it goes at the end of your wand as a nozzle, and it helps you have a larger or a higher ratio of solution so you can clean a lot more variety of things. And so you've got your nozzle and you've got your hose. The nozzle goes onto the hose here, and then the filter drops into whatever solution you want to spray on the roof, the home, the concrete, whatever it might be. And so this tool is a huge asset. We still have them on our trucks today, just as backups if our pump goes out or whatever it might need. It's just a super helpful tool to have. So all of this, you've got your X-Jet, your surface cleaner, your downstreamer, your pump, your machine, your hose, and your lance, all for just under $2,000, and you can do a ton of great work. So this is the $2,000 setup. All right, now we're moving on to the $20,000 skid setup, and there's a lot to cover here. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty in-depth skid build out, and I actually shot a video a while back on exactly how this is built out. But I'm gonna show you some of the key features that are inside this skid that maybe you wouldn't get with that beginner $2,000 setup. So right off the bat, you can tell you've got a lot of stuff going on. This is a drop-in skid, and so it's not bolted or strapped to your truck. Basically, all you need is a 6.5 or 8 foot bed on your vehicle, and they can actually customize the skid to fit your truck. And so right here, we've got our water hose, our garden hose, which is 200 feet of garden hose. We've got 200 feet of pressure hose, and then we've got 200 feet of our soft wash hose there at the end. That's a significant difference between the starter package, which had 50 feet of pressure, and it didn't even have a garden hose. We're just assuming that you guys have a garden hose at home. And so with this setup, everything is mounted to the truck. And so there's plenty of hose to pull straight from your truck to the home, and then pull your pressure hose from around the house, wherever you might need to go. There's plenty of length there. And so already with this setup, you've got a ton of convenience on the time that you save on the setup and tear down of the smaller setup rig. With this, you'll get a dual lance wand. On the starter setup, you didn't get the dual lance wand. This wand is super cool. It allows you to adjust the pressure of your machine straight from the wand. And I'll show you really quickly how that does that. You've got two nozzle placements here. You've got one where you can put a quick connect, and obviously you've got your different nozzles that will slide into this slot here, which would be like those white or yellow nozzles that are in that other package. And then you've got this fan spray here. When I'm pressure washing, all I need to do is rotate this handle forward, and it's going to split the pressure and the stream of water down this upper barrel and reduce the pressure of the stream that's coming out of the pressure nozzle. And so super cool, super easy to control the quality of cleaning that you have, and it really gives you a huge advantage, especially when it comes to wood cleaning or concrete cleaning, where you maybe don't want to damage the surface. A brick job would be really good for this as well, like a retainer wall. On second hand, or on this hand, you've got a surface cleaner. This surface cleaner is different than the one in the beginner package. One thing that's really nice about these surface cleaners is they're fully rebuildable. And so you've got every single part that you can reorder and replace on the surface cleaner. You've got this swivel, you got all these quick connects, all these hoses. So if something goes bad, you don't need to reorder or buy a whole nother surface cleaner. You can just repair and replace different or specific parts on this to get it back up and running, which will save you a lot of time in the future. So moving from right to left on this skid, like I said, you got your garden hose, but up here you've got a indicator, and this is a ball valve that you can rotate to either select chemical, which would be on the left, or water, which is going to be on the right. And so when you're going to use your soft wash system, which would be this orange hose here, you can spray 100% of whatever is inside of your chemical tank. You're going to be able to handle a lot more, or you're going to be able to carry a lot more solution with a setup like this. It's got a 100-gallon chemical tank on it. That's a full day of roof washing. You will not have to worry about bringing extra containers on site, dealing with a bunch of chemicals. It also comes with a 200-gallon water tank. This water tank provides you with an advantage when you're showing up on site to maybe a place that doesn't have water access or the water's not turned on. It's going to give you that ability to say, hey, I can actually bring my own water. Although having the extra water capacity is a nice advantage, it's actually not the main purpose of us having 200 gallons. The machine that we have on the skid is an 8-gallon per minute machine, and I'll go more into that later. But the 8-gallon per minute will starve if you're trying to rely on just the water from the home, because the water from the home can't provide 8 gallons per minute. And so you do need an extra tank, what's called a buffer tank, to provide that water buffer so that you can run a higher gallons per minute machine off of a 4.5 gallon per minute water supply. And so the water tank, the 200-gallon water tank, is a total necessity when you're looking at building out a skid. With the pressure hose here, we've got what's called an on and off ball valve. As you can see, we are using these things. This is something that we've used from basically the very beginning. Along with this ball valve, we have an inline swivel. And what this does is, if you've spent any time cleaning, your hose will wrap up and coil up, and it'll be hard to untangle, and you have to twist your wand to get it unraveled. Well, this swivel allows your hose to never get coiled up like that. And so it keeps your workday super smooth, low frustration. Your team really enjoys having the swivel. And then also, like what I said, the time that's saved with the on and off ball valve is huge. If you don't have the on and off ball valve, what this will cause you to do is when you're surface cleaning and you go to rinse, you have to go back all the way to your truck, turn off the machine, let the pressure out, switch to your wand, go back to your machine, turn it on, and then rinse. With this, you can just turn off the water pressure, switch your wand, and then turn it back on, and then you can use it. So this is a total must on this type of setup. So let's keep going around. Right here, we've got our 12-volt chemical pump. This is a Delavon pump. We've got a couple different pumps that we like to use, but this is definitely one of them. We've got just an easy on and off electric switch here. This is huge for convenience. We're big on convenience and simplicity inside of our business. We don't want anything to be too complicated, and so there's a lot of different ways that you can go as far as your soft wash pumps. You can go with a gas one, you can go with a bigger one, you can go with smaller ones, but this one I believe is a 5.5 gallon per minute soft wash pump, and we really enjoy this setup. Right here, we've got what's called a Flow Pro. The Flow Pro is a huge advantage as it relates to saving time on site. What this is going to allow you to do is when you're downstreaming chemical from your pressure hose, you can actually switch from chemical to water with just a remote. This remote right here will allow you to just, if you're on the back of the house and you want a soap, you'll hit just this mix button. And then if you want to rinse, you just hit the rinse button, and it will turn the system on. It will change a ball valve, and it will make sure that only water is going through your pressure hose, which is super helpful. A lot of times you might find yourself on a big complex job where there's maybe stained wood all over the place or cars that need rinsed down, and you don't want to run back to your truck or your trailer to switch from soap to water or from chemical to water. And so this is a super valuable asset to your professional setup. And so Flow Pro is definitely a must. Inside this box here, we've got two paralleling batteries. This is helpful to, obviously run your 12-volt system and your machine. It's just nice to have a dual setup like this. On this side of the truck, we've got the beast on this side. This is the Honda GX690 machine. We love this machine so much. We spent a lot of time with this machine. We've been in business for 8 years now, and we've been running this machine ever since the beginning. We've seen a lot of things come and go. We've changed some things on our skids, but this thing has never changed. It's been a huge addition to our business. And so it's an 8 gallon per minute, 3,500 PSI machine. It's belt driven. And like the other $2,000 setup, it's a fully serviceable pump, and it's got a unloader. This unloader will actually redirect all the water that you're not using. So when you let off the wand, it's not coming out the end of the wand. It has to go somewhere. And so it actually gets redirected back into the top of the water tank, and so it keeps the pump nice and cool and it won't overheat. Extra large gas tank. This was very helpful when we moved and upgraded to a larger capacity gas tank, because it saved us a lot of room inside of our truck, because we no longer had to carry gas cans with us. And so this gas tank will last a full day of pressure washing nonstop. And so it's been super helpful to go ahead and upgrade to this. It just makes everything way more simple and easy. The name of the game with this higher level pressure washing setup is time being saved, time on site. How do you spend less time on site? How do you provide a great quality product with less time on site? This is designed to be very simple and efficient in that way. And so if you want to learn more, like I said, you can go to that other video that we go more in depth on, but also we've got training and we've got courses on our website. So if you want to go to pressurewashingpastor.com, you can actually look at those courses. And if you're interested in any of these skids or the setups that I mentioned before, you can also get access to that in the description below. So anyways, this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, drop it in the comment below. And yeah, see you next time.